Hello you lovely people, it's Nick with a haul video. Yes, a haul video, and I'm well aware that in the last video I uploaded, which was only like yesterday, I said there won't be any hauls this weekend because I have no intention of going out sourcing. Well, I didn't, and then last night I sat there and I looked at the weather forecast for the Sunday today, and it was fantastic, and I just got itchy feet. I haven't been to the boot sales for, I don't know, a month or two now. And I just fancied it because we all know the season is rapidly coming to an end. The mornings are dark and the weather is getting cold. So I thought, the forecast is good, I'm just going to go out. Just going to go to one of my favourite ones, and just try and pick up stuff for FBA so I can send it straight off. And I just felt, yeah, I really needed to go out. And I'm damn pleased I did. I got a pretty epic media haul that is going to be what this video is about, and I think I'll split it into two and then I'll just run through the rest of the second-hand stuff that I picked up. But the media haul was quite epic, and it looks like it's going to lead on to an even bigger haul because I've taken this guy's number. Basically, I rocked up to a stall and noticed this guy had some sealed media and some quality looking sealed media. Quickly started chatting with the guy and found out that the prices were reasonable, and when I started showing interest he said, I've got more of that stuff in the van. So anyway, lovely chap. He was there selling on behalf of Macmillan Cancer Fund, the Macmillan charity, and he does this on his weekends, excuse me. And I got chatting to him. It seemed odd that he had boxes and boxes of this stuff. And I was worried, you know, is this a van full of stolen gear? But he had Macmillan t-shirts on and was genuinely selling for Macmillan. And I said, well, how have you got hold of this? And he said certain companies make donations to Macmillan and he works at the weekends trying to sell it on. So who was I to argue? Anyway, I got chatting with him. I was totally open with the guy, and I was actually scanning it into Amazon while I was there, and he was looking at me and I was explaining what I was doing. Anyway, cut a long story short, I spent £110 with him and bought what I'm about to show you, which was basically all the money I had. And then I took his number and I've since been texting him, and we're arranging to do an even bigger deal on loads more stuff. But let me just show you what I got today. So I got the one I just showed you is Final Fantasy 13-2. And it's the big box limited edition one. PlayStation 3. I think I got 9 of these, which was everything he had with him, I think. I'm not sure. I kind of lost track of what he was saying. He was telling me all about different stock he had and all of this, and I can't really remember. I think he may have more of these. So there was 9 of those. He wanted £5 each on these. Like I said, I was looking it up on Amazon while I was there. Cheapest new on Amazon is about £40. Cheapest FBA is 70. I don't know if that's reasonable, but yeah, at £5 I was all over those. So grab those. He had Dark Souls 2. He had a load on PS3 and some on Xbox 360. I actually left the Xbox 360 ones because I scanned that into Amazon. There was an FBA seller at £7 or thereabouts. It's hardly worth it at £2 a disc after FBA fees. So I left the Xbox ones, but looking into it more, there's only that one FBA seller. He has like 12 copies. Beyond that, there's none, and then the price shoots up. So I've actually messaged him and said I'll take all the Xbox ones. But I did buy all of the PS3, which is that many. These are quite good. I think currently the cheapest FBA seller is about £15 on those. It's Dark Souls 2, again PS3. Had a load of these. I've actually sold this before. This is Iced Earth, which is a band, and it's a live DVD of different festival appearances, I think. So yeah, they were £1 each. These go for about 10 on Amazon, and I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. He had some of these with him. I couldn't find any information on my phone while I was there. I've tried scanning it. The barcode wasn't bringing up anything. But it's Dungeons and Dragons, Wizards of the Coast, the same people who do Magic the Gathering. He wanted a £5. He had a load more with him, but I was struggling to find enough money in my wallet to pay for this. I didn't take a lot of money with me because I was only going to one boot sale. I wasn't really going kind of balls out to find stuff. So I only took, I had about 150 maybe on me. I'd already spent a load of it on the other stuff that I'll show you in a different video. So I had, yeah, basically £110 left. Anyway, I bought one to take away and do a bit of research. I've since messaged him and said, yes, I'll take anything or everything you have. Paid £5 on these. I should be looking at about 30 to 40 back. It's a Dungeons and Dragons basic game, but it's a pack that includes this blue dragon figure, and it looks like that has some value. So yeah, those are good. I don't know how many more he's got of that. And then there's 2 boxfuls of these. This is Sonic Sega All-Stars Racing on the Wii. Again, all factory sealed, and he wanted £2 each on these. So there's that box full, well, not full, almost. And this box, which is full, again, all factory sealed. And yeah, I think cheapest on Amazon, I briefly looked, was about 15, but I don't think that was an FBA seller. I think cheapest FBA is nearer 25 maybe. I can't remember, don't quote me on that. Let's have a quick look while we're here. I should have a window open. I can make my mouse work. Come on, wake up. There we go. Right, let's scan it and see, because I think the cheapest FBA was quite high. Surprisingly high for that. Come on. Oh, okay. That's typical. There we go. Right. So, Nintendo Wii. Yeah, cheapest new $14.55, but that's not FBA. If we go in and see if there are any actual FBA. Yeah, £25 is the cheapest FBA. So those are fantastic, and I've got 30 some odd of those. So yeah, very roughly there's about £1,000 worth easily, probably a lot more in what I bought today for £110. He also had a load of high-end headphones, tripods, hiking and camping gear. He had a load of sealed DJ Hero 2, the big set with the turntables. I chatted with him about those. The ones he had there were quite bashed up. I think he'd taken those to a few car boot sales. But he said he had a load more in stock that were kind of pristine. So I'm hopefully going to get those off him and maybe do a deal on pretty much everything else. The other thing, he, like I said, I spent all my money with him. And then I got chatting with the guy about the charity, because also he, like I said, he does this at the weekends for Macmillan, and these were all donated by different companies, and he spends his weekends trying to sell it on for Macmillan. And I chatted with him because my uncle suffered with cancer and lost his battle about 1.5 years ago now, and Macmillan were fantastic for him and my auntie. So I'm pleased to be able to help the charity, and he was more than happy to take the £110 that I gave him today. So as I was going, he grabbed this out the back of the van. This is a Levi's, or Levi's, don't know how you would say it, not Levi's as in the jeans, genuine leather Canadian guitar strap. And he said, I'm doing these at £1. Do you want to take one and look into it? And if it's any good to you, you can have all of those. So yeah, these are quite good. I don't know how many he's got. He had about 10 with him, but he said he had loads. So I don't know how many that is. But I've since messaged him, and I'm going to take all of those at £1 each. They retail, I actually saw, there's the retail price on it. $17.99, and you can get that sort of money on eBay for them with free shipping. So there's plenty of profit in those. So yeah, I messaged him to say I'll happily take any more games he can get hold of, pretty much. He did have a couple of really crappy titles that I left. He had U-Star, I think it is, which is a dodgy sort of music-based game. He had another title that was really crappy. Another Final Fantasy one that was just almost worthless. There was FBA sellers at £2 or £3 on PS3. So I left those. But any more of these titles, I've already messaged and said I'm going to take the lot. I don't know how many that is. The Warhammer stuff, all of the belts. So yeah, he is going to message me with numbers of how many he's got of all these items. And next weekend, hopefully, we're going to do a deal on the lot. So yeah, amazing. And the plan with this is, I mean, he's more than happy to sell it in bulk and take the money for the charity. But obviously I'm going to make an awful lot of money out of this. So what the plan will be, because I'm buying it from that charity and I'm going to make a fair amount of cash out of this. Like just in the lot I got today, there's potentially about £1,000 plus in profit. Once I've sold it all on, I think what I'll do is make a considerable donation to Macmillan, because it's only fair. So yeah, I'm just buzzing off that deal, absolutely buzzing. It was just one of those moments, and there was another guy who rocked up to the stall just behind me and was just wetting himself watching me put together this deal. He kept trying to grab things, and I said, sorry, I've just bought all of those, and sorry, I'm taking those as well. You could just feel him staring into the back of my head, just livid that I was basically buying all the good stuff. So there you go. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Please give it a thumbs up. There'll be the usual links below to my Facebook page and all of that good stuff. And yeah, there'll be another video of all of the second-hand stuff that I picked up before finding this Motherload. I thought I'd do that in a separate video. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.